Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the bamboo in the garden. And I'm getting a lot of glare off my glasses, so I'm trying to like look to the side and minimize it. And that's why I'm sitting over to the side and not in the center. So there's weird framing in this video, and I'm looking in weird directions. It's just because I'm trying to minimize the amount of glare that's on my glasses. So what are we here to do today? I am very, very excited about this day. What? It's another box of movies. Stop it. People need to stop sending me movies, not because I don't like it, but because it's too kind and I don't deserve it. It's very humbling. This is from Martin, who's in my Facebook group. So a huge shout out to Martin. And he reached out to me. He was just like, hey, I want to send you some movies. Is that okay? And I was like, oh, it's definitely okay. Like, but do you want me to pay for shipping? Like, do you want any money for them? He's like, no, please. I just want to send them to you as like a gift. And so it's just so, people are so nice to me. I don't even know what to do or say about it. So I'm going to dig into this box. I know maybe 2 or 3 things that are in here, but it feels like there's a pretty chunky amount of stuff in here. So this is going to be a fun video. And I also just want to give a shout out to my patrons. Our Patreon is banging right now. I've been doing a lot of exclusive content in there, movie reviews and other stuff of that nature. And everyone in there is awesome. And we make a decent amount of money every month that helps buy releases that you see reviewed on the channel. So shout out to all those incredible people. Let's dig in. And there's a lot of movies in here. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus, 8. There's 8 movies in here, and okay. Let's just dig in and see what we have. Because I think I saw, based on, I just kind of opened the box, but I didn't look in. Based on the color of the slipcase, I think I know what this is. Yes, the Killer Meteor. So I really wanted to pick this up, but I just didn't get around to it. This is the 88 Films release, and as you can see, this film has Jimmy Wang Yu and Jackie Chan in it. I've heard that this is not a great movie, but I just really, really want to see it because I've been really into Jimmy Wang Yu recently. And this is directed by Lo Wei, also, by the way, you know, classic Lo Wei. And oh, hell yeah, look at that. That is awesome. This is like the version with the slipcase and everything too. Get out of here. And it's got the booklet in it. What? And is there a poster too? Stop. Like, why? I'm just not, you know, I'm just like, you know, people go out of their way to get these editions and then people are just sending them to me. It's like, I don't even deserve it. That old school artwork is absolutely killer, incredible, dude. And this artwork is fantastic too. This is just an awesome looking release. And of course, you know, the paper, and in memory of Jimmy Wang Yu, as you know, he passed away recently. Paper quality here is really nice. You got lots of great pictures in this booklet. Hell yeah. Man, get out of here. I'm just, like I said, I've never seen this movie. And the fact that it, you know, I mean, Jackie Chan is basically the whole reason that this channel exists. And it's ever since seeing One Arm Boxer and then Chinese Boxer, I've been really into Jimmy Wang Yu. I've been really excited to check out more of his stuff. Because previous to that, I really didn't know him that well. I knew the name, obviously, and I had seen him in some stuff, but I didn't really know his importance to kind of the lineage of the films, which I've been learning about recently. So that is the first thing in here. And let us continue our journey through this amazing box. That's what she said. It's not really doing anything with the glare. Is it like sitting at this weird angle? I don't know. It's the garden. What are you going to do? Whoa, what? I never even heard of this movie. Invaders of the Lost Gold. Look at that artwork. That is amazing. This is from Severin. I don't have any Severin releases. So this is really exciting. This is my first ever Severin release. And you know, people who love Severin, like they love Severin and they go crazy during their sales. And A Descent into Jungle Madness, a good-natured adventure with a juicy cast and laced with lurid sex and gore. A mishmash of craziness. It's gratuitous nudity and violence and all-star cast. This sounds like the Canon Films version of Apocalypse Now, which you may or may not know. Apocalypse Now is my favorite movie, so this sounds absolutely incredible. Or like maybe the Andy Sidaris version of Apocalypse Now. What? Mastered from the original negative. It says producer Dick Randall, whose international trashterpieces, yes, that's one of my favorite expressions ever, trashterpiece, includes Escape from Women's Prison, The Wild World of Jane Mansfield, and Pieces, comes perhaps the most notorious all-star Philippine production of the 1980s. If there are other notorious all-star Philippine productions of the 1980s, drop them in the comments because I want to know more about that. That's a world that I know absolutely nothing about. In the last days of World War II, a Japanese platoon is attacked by headhunters while attempting to hide millions in gold. 36 years later, a grizzled guide, one-time Academy Award nominee Stuart Whitman, is hired to lead an expedition including Woody Strode, who's in the Spartacus, Harold Oddjob Sakata, hell yeah, you know I love James Bond, and Laura Emanuel Gemser into a jungle inferno of greed, violence, nudity, and murder. Hell fucking yes! This sounds amazing. If you want me to review this on the channel, I know it's not a Hong Kong movie, but because someone sent it to me, if you want me to review this on the channel, let me know, because that sounds incredible. Okay, I'm really excited now for, oh, hell no. What? So this is a Panorama. Is this the Hong Kong Classics line? Yeah, Hong Kong Classic Movies, the Panorama Blu-ray release of The Trial. And it has the slipcase, which I think that pops out the bottom here. What? Okay, so long ago in China, corpses are supposed to be able to follow orders given by a leader and jump to their respective burial places. However, some drug dealers use this method to smuggle opium. What? No, smuggling opium and zombies? What? Things are going well until the local aristocrat murders a singer's husband as he falls in an attempt to rape her. He asks the corpse leader to take the body away. Then, okay, so this might be one of those ones where they tell you the entire plot, so I won't continue reading, but this sounds, and Kent Cheng is in it. I see him on the back, and is that Ricky Hui of the Hui brothers? And yeah, dude, the cast looks banging just based on the pictures I can see here. Hell yes. And you know, it's Halloween season. This video will probably be up about a week after I'm filming it, unfortunately, because we have this huge backlog of content right now. But today is the 28th of October, so I've been watching a lot of movies like this for Halloween, just because I love watching spooky movies at Halloween. All right, let's see what's next. This is an amazing box. You can insert your "That's What She Said" here. Ooh, what's this one? I can't even see the title in the... They Came to Rob Hong Kong. Look at this cast. Dean Sheck, Sandra Ng, Stanley Fung, Chin Sui Ho, Charlie Cho, Eric Sang, Ching Mai Yao, Roy Chung, Louis Huai Hung, and Carol Y. What? Hell yes. I've never seen this movie. I've heard the title before, but I don't really know that much about it. Notorious mainland mobster recruits some ex-cops in China for his plan for massive robberies in Hong Kong. After smuggling the group to Hong Kong, he puts the mainlanders through a grueling workout regime run by a perky instructor named Jenny. So this looks to me like it might be a comedy. So is it like the comedy version of Long Arm of the Law? It came out in, let me see if there's a release date on here. I don't see one. I would have, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say this is an 80s movie based on the cast and stuff, or maybe early 90s, but hell yes, this is amazing. This looks like a really awesome, like one of those ensemble kind of action comedies from that era, which, you know, obviously you think of films like the Lucky Stars series, when, well, at least I do, when I think of that era and that those types of films. Wow, hell yeah, this looks like so much fun. So let me know in the comments which of these you are most eager for me to review, and that way I can kind of start to prioritize. I'll also probably put a poll up in Patreon about what do you want me to look at, like what should I be reviewing next. Oh, hell yes, Brotherhood, you know who that is right there. The man, the myth, the legend, Chow Yun-fat. I don't own this movie, and I actually don't think I've ever seen this one. Maybe I have. It came out in 1987. Let me show you the cover while I read to you about it. Ho Chun Tung is godfather of an underworld clan in the 1970s. During a visit to a Vietnamese refugee camp, he is seriously wounded and his daughter is killed by professional killers hired by his rivals. Fortunately, he is saved by a young refugee named Wong Han. From then on, Wong becomes his close associate. And then a decade goes by, and then lots of present tense action and stuff happens. Hell, yes, it's directed by Bi Chan. And it's got Danny Lee, Chow Yun-fat, Xing Fui-on, obviously, who you can see. I don't know if I showed you the back, but you can see him right there. Hell yeah. No, I haven't. Based on that description, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this one before. There's Danny Lee, and there's Chow Yun-fat. Hell yeah, get out of here. I mean, you know that, like, if you watch this channel, you'll know that the heroic bloodshed movies are basically like my favorite kind of genre of Hong Kong films, if you want to call it that. Like that, and like whatever you would call the kind of classic Jackie Sammo Yuen Biu type of movies, like the action comedies, those are like kind of my favorites. So that's right up my alley. Okay, this is like this package is incredible. There's still like half of it left. Okay, what do we have next? What do we have next? Stop. A hearty response. Hell yes, Chow Yun Fat. Detective Bond accidentally hurts an illegal immigrant in a police operation. As a remedy, Bond takes her back to his home, but his fiance misunderstands and feels very jealous of this girl. And then kidnappings, ransoms, and all kinds of action happen. It's released in 1986, which is the same year that A Better Tomorrow came out. 86, 87, 88, 89, like really through 1992, Chow Yun Fat was in so many movies. 87, actually, I think he was only in 2 or 3, but in that kind of era, he was in so many movies. And I might be wrong about 87, but I know that like 89, he was in like a butt ton of movies. No, he was 87 was City on Fire, right? And did Tragic Hero and the Rich and Famous both come out in 87? And then this is 87, I think. So yeah, he was in a fair few movies in 87, and A Better Tomorrow 2 is 87 too, right? And were the Prison on Fire movies in 87? Yeah, he was in hella movies in 87. What am I talking about? I don't know. Yeah. Awesome. You know I love Chow Yun Fat. I'm getting so much amazing stuff to watch here. Okay, what's next? I'm going to count how many are left. 1, 2, we still got 4 left. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, what's this? The Fatal Raid. Great title. Lots of very attractive people on the cover. I'm sold. Let's see. I'm not familiar with this movie at all. This looks pretty recent. 2019. Yeah, this is a very recent film. So let's see. 20 years ago, Inspector Tam Ka Ming, Hae Gore, and Special Female Force Team Madame Fong, Shirley, and a group of commandos started a secret operation to chase a group of gangsters across the border of Hong Kong. This led to a large and drawn-out firefight between police and gangsters, resulting in Shirley and a number of commandos being killed in the operation. This incident caused Inspector Tam and Madame Fong having a nightmare in these 20 years. 20 years later, there's a new operation. Hell yeah. And if you look at the back, you see machine guns and handguns and car chases and shootouts and hell yeah. I've never even heard of this movie. Obviously, if you watch this channel, then you'll know that like the vast majority of the stuff that I review and that I focus on is really kind of like 70s through Johnny Toe era. So like 2014 or so. And really like the 80s and the 90s is like my major focus. But to cast a broader net, and this is a very recent film. So yeah, that's awesome. So if you want me to review this, for sure, let me know in the comments down below. Let's see what else we have here. What is this, a Korean movie? It's called Deep Trap. Warning. This article contains material which may offend and may not be distributed, circulated, sold, hired, given, lent, shown, played, or projected to a person under the age of 18. What? Am I totally wrong, or is this guy a Korean actor? Let's find out. Married for 5 years, Jun Sik and So Yeon, those look like Korean names to me, have stayed childless after their miscarriage. One day, they go to a mind-healing trip on a remote island, and they settle on a shabby restaurant that has good reviews online. The seemingly nice owner warmly welcomes them, but they get a bad vibe, and their car breaks down. Oh man, is this like a horror movie? What? Ooh, okay. And the warning on the front just makes me very, very curious. But because I'm such a perv, and we're talking about an amazing box, Deep Trap is making me think about something else. Anyway, let's see what else we have in here. I've never heard of that movie. And so South Korean cinema, like I've probably only seen like 25 or 30 South Korean movies like throughout my whole life. And the ones I have seen, like I love Park Chan-wook. I absolutely love his work. I think I did a video for this channel before about my love of Park Chan-wook, and Bong Joon-ho obviously is an incredible filmmaker, and like The Wailing is one of my favorite South Korean movies. I absolutely love that movie. The Handmaiden is Park Chan-wook, obviously, is such an incredible film, and I think those came out the same year because I always kind of think of those together. Train to Busan is such a freaking great movie. So the ones I have seen, I really loved. I haven't seen that many, so it's really, really exciting to get stuff like that and kind of to be able to expand my horizons of South Korean cinema. And what do we have next? Okay, well, this looks awesome, but the title is Golden Job. So, of course, it made me think about people peeing on each other. I need to fire myself from my channel. Okay. 5 years ago, a group of mercenaries disbanded after failing to protect a tech tycoon from assassination. The team, led by Commander Rice, consisted of a team leader, an explosives expert, an intelligence officer, a getaway driver, and a computer hacker. And so Lion, who is the team leader, is now a modern-day Robin Hood who steals medicine to supply refugee camps. Oh, wow. So this sounds kind of like a getting the team back together, maybe like Ocean's 11 style, but like an action shoot 'em up. As you can see, everyone is carrying very large weapons on the cover here. And Eric Cheng is in it, Jordan Chan, Michael Say, Chin Ka Lak, and Jerry Lamb. This looks badass. This is another one I never heard of. This looks very recent. And I'm failing to see a year of release on the back here. It's 99 minutes long. It's in Cantonese. And yeah, I don't know, but this just looks pretty badass. Hell yeah. Thank you for sending this my way. I can't stop thinking about people peeing on each other. But that looks like a really good action movie. Oh man. Whoa. Hell no. This movie is called Satan's Slaves. What? Yes. What is happening? I don't think this is a Hong Kong movie, but I might be completely wrong about that. It looks like Southeast Asia. I don't know. So let's read what it's about together. And hopefully in reading this, we don't accidentally read an incantation that makes us Satan's slaves. Rini lives in an old house in the outskirts of Jakarta. So there you go, Indonesia. With her grandmother, her mother, her father, and 3 brothers. When the mother dies of a strange illness, her father goes to a different town for work, leaving Rini in charge. Terror begins when the mother's spirit returns to the old house to haunt her former family, and the family's dark history unravels. What? And it's called Satan's Slaves. Like fucking A. Talk about a title. You know what I mean? Like if you saw that on a poster, you'd be like, I'm going to stop and look at this and give it a couple seconds of my time. Never heard of this movie, but it sounds absolutely awesome. And it's perfect for Halloween season because it's a horror movie. All right, we're down to the last one. Oh no, this is sad. Our time together will be over soon. I've been having so much fun going through this. What do we have? Buyer Beware. This looks very ominous and dark. Let's see who's in it. Carlos Chan, Carmen Soup. These names are incredible. Carlos Chan and Carmen Soup. Bryant Mock, KK Chung, and Mimi Kung. Charlie is a young, ambitious property agent who joins a successful agency run by a wealthy couple. Charlie soon learns the secret behind the agency's success. They specialize in buying up dirt cheap properties after someone has died or been murdered in them, and they sell them at a higher price without disclosing to the new owners the horrifying truth. Ethical dilemmas and terror ensue. What? This movie sounds amazing. It's 96 minutes long, and again, it looks 2017. So yeah, it's a pretty recent film. Wow. This is... okay, so here's what I love about this package. Obviously, Killer Meteors, amazing film that I really wanted to get and didn't pick up when it came out. But the rest of these movies, like a lot of this is stuff I don't own, and in a lot of cases I've never even heard of. This is so cool. And look at this giant stack of movies that I now have. What? How many are here? Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 11 movies in here. Get out of here. Look at this fat stack of daddy naughtiness. Oh, man. I could barely get my fingers around the girth. It's so monstrous. What? Oh, I'm so excited about this. So Martin, who is in my Facebook group, a huge shout out and thank you. I cannot wait to dig into these films. If there's one in here that you saw or 2 in here that you saw that you're like, Daddy, I want you to review that one, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to be able to dig in and start pumping out reviews. I thank you so much for watching. My name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society, and we will see you next time.